Hi everybody, it's Felicia. Welcome back to my channel. I want to say hi to all of you new subscribers that have joined in the past few weeks. I'm actually around 100 subscribers, and that is just blowing my mind that there's around 100 people that want to watch my channel. And I'm not totally sure what I am at now. I hit 100 and then a couple people unsubscribed, and it's kind of just been hovering like that for the last week, so I'm not totally sure, but hi, welcome, thank you. You're just blowing my mind, and that's awesome. And I want to say thanks to Sam at Novels and Nonsense for mentioning me in her shoutouts video. That's where all you guys are coming from, so that's awesome. So thanks, Sam, for doing that. It just is such an honor that you think that, I don't know, you enjoy my videos that much that you wanted to mention me in a video. That's awesome. So thank you for doing that. My voice is a little raspy right now. I've been singing all morning in church choir, so this is what my voice sounds like after singing for 2 or 3 hours. It's a nice afternoon and it's sunny and it's March 1st, and so I'm going to do my February wrap up today. So, actually I think I'm going to do my haul, February haul as well, because I only got 5 books in February. So I will just show them to you now because that's not worth making a separate video. The first book that I got in February is not going to be a surprise. It's Fairest by Marissa Meyer. I went in January to my chapters, my closest chapters, the chapters that I like, whatever. We don't have one in my town, so I went to the city to get it on release date, and they didn't get it in stock, so I went there for nothing. And so I went back at the end of the week, and I was like, you better have it, and they did, so I got it, and I already read it, and it is so good, but I won't be talking about that yet. So I got Fairest. The rest of the books that I got, they're kind of like a belated Christmas gift, I guess, with some Christmas money that I got. It took me a while to decide which books that I wanted, but I finally decided. The first one is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. And if you remember from my last book haul, I did get Crown of Midnight from the thrift store. So I got Throne of Glass so that I can start reading the series. The next 4 books, I got a trilogy. So I got the Darkest Minds trilogy. So we have The Darkest Minds, Never Fade, and In the Afterlight. I did have The Darkest Minds in ebook form, and I read it and I loved it, and I just knew that this was going to be a series that I would want to own, so I just went ahead and I bought all of them. So those are the books that I bought. Now I will move on to the wrap-up part. So the first book that I read is Fairest by Marissa Meyer, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good 3.5. I thought it was a good 3.5 for the story. I think Goodreads has it wrong that it's listed as a 0.5. You should not read this first. Will be major spoilers for everything that has happened up to this point in the series. I really liked it because to read from Lavana's perspective, kind of how she came to be the queen and all of the stuff that happened. I thought it was good because it gives you a perspective into how her mind works, and she's very dark and she's very messed up, and I would be reading this and I'd be like, what the heck are you doing? You are crazy. I would recommend reading this story if you are reading the Lunar Chronicles, just for, I don't know, getting that perspective. If you maybe wanted to wait until after winter, I don't know how that would change your perspective. I guess we'll see once winter comes out, if that would change your mind at all. I give this 5 stars because Marissa Meyer is bae. So the next book that I finished was an ebook, and that was The Last Heiress by Mary Ellis. I received that for review from NetGalley. It was not bad. It was 3 out of 5 for me. It wasn't an amazing book, but it was alright. The story takes place during the Civil War in the United States. So the 50s, 60s? I'm Canadian. So the main character, her name is Amanda. And she is the daughter of a mill owner in England. And because of the broken relationship with the States and England, the cotton trade is very bad and they're not getting the supplies that they need. So Amanda basically demands that she's gonna go to America by herself, and she goes and stays with her sister, who is married to a cotton plantation owner. She goes to stay with them so she can visit them and get her dad's business stuff sorted out. I liked the plot well enough. I thought that the characters were very basic. There wasn't much complexity to them. They didn't develop the way that I would have liked to see them. Amanda opposed slavery, and her brother-in-law and her sister didn't, so they had slaves. But then at the same time, Amanda's father is rich and they have servants, and sometimes their servants' working conditions and the conditions of the people working for them in the mills is worse than what these slaves have. There's supposed to be this juxtaposition between the two, that, like, comparing them, that if you're going to have servants, you have to treat them better than slaves, and then you're not owning them. It didn't come across to the characters. Like, the characters did not connect with this, and so that was very frustrating to read. Amanda was so pious that she didn't actually make that connection. Her excuse was always, they're paid, they can leave if they want. But she just tossed that out there, not realizing that it's hard to find a good job. And so basically you take what you have, because these people are basically, they're living in poverty, and so you take what you can get. You don't have that opportunity to move up in the world and get a different job. She said, oh, they can just move. No, like, she never understood that it was not that simple as quitting and moving. And so that was frustrating to me. Everybody was just, like, ignorant. Like, it's not like they were stupid, but they were just ignorant and very self-obsessed. The characters are definitely where the story broke down for me. The plot, the story, the history of it, I liked that, but the characters were what I didn't like about the story. Hey, you've been sitting there the whole time. Look, it's a Rogie cat. You say hi, Rogie. Staring. Hi, kitty. She's so cute. I love her. But there were some things, some events that happened that seemed very useless. They had no bearing at the end of the story at all. So, and they were made to seem major, but then it could have not happened and it would have been okay. I gave that a 3 out of 5. If you like historical fiction set in the Civil War, you might like it. I'd never read a story like that before set in the Civil War, so that was kind of interesting for me. I don't think I would pick up any more books by Mary Ellis, but reading that one, it was just okay. Like, it was kind of a nice, easy book to get into. It was okay. I don't know. That's it. The next book that I read is a bit of a behemoth. I read... Can I get it all in? I read Avatar: The Promise. I am a super fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I love it. This is one of my favorite TV shows. It is so wonderful. And so this story takes place after The Last Airbender ends. And so it's about the Avatar and his characters kind of bringing balance to the kingdoms after the war with the Fire Nation has ended. It was just awesome. If you're a fan of the TV show, you'd definitely be a fan of this. I wouldn't recommend reading this without having seen the TV show because a lot of it won't make sense to you. Maybe I will be reading the next one this month. I gave it to my husband as a birthday gift, but I'm going to read it too. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. I love it. I love it. I love Avatar. I love Aang. I love Zuko. I love Appa. I'm a big fan of Appa. This edition is very cool because it has like side panels, and sometimes it has like little notes from the authors. Oh, it's this is written by Jean Luen Yang, who is the writer of American Born Chinese and Boxer and Saints, I think. Also with Brian Konietzko. I don't know how to say that. And Michael Dante DiMartino. They are the creators of the TV show. And so those three are the writers. And then it was illustrated by Gurihiro, maybe? It's very cool. It's very good. 5 stars. I love it. The last book that I finished in February is Meant to Be by Lauren Morrill. This is a random one that I picked up on Book Outlet in my first Book Outlet haul that I ever did. I do not remember who talked about this that made me want to buy it, but I have read it this month. I picked it up before Valentine's Day. I was kind of in the mood for contemporary. This is a story about Julia. She is in grade 11 or 12, and she is from Boston, I think. And her class, some of her class members, they go to London on a trip over spring break. Counts for credit, and Julia, she's like super type A. She's very controlling and has to know every detail about everything before it happens. She lives for itineraries and schedules, and she likes things to be reliable and predictable. And she has like 500 guidebooks with her. So that's Julia. On the trip, they are supposed to have buddies, and the person that she gets buddied up with, his name is Jason, and he is basically like the class goof off, and he makes the fart jokes and parties and chews gum, and he's really annoying to Julia. And Julia really hates this because, like I said, she likes predictability, she's really type A, and Jason is really unpredictable. You never know what he's gonna do next. This book was okay. I kind of liked the story. I'm one of those Anglophiles that's obsessed with London and England, and I'm fascinated by anything that has to do with it. That's kind of why I picked up this book. It was cute. It was kind of a predictable story, but there were things that I didn't anticipate or see coming right away. Eventually, I did figure everything out beforehand, and some things were good, whatever. As far as the characters go, the characters were alright. Jason was I wouldn't say he was my favorite character, but I liked his development the most, which was a surprise. Julia, she had the predictable development. It was kind of like a trope, I guess, with the two opposite characters, but then their growth, they're clashing against each other, cause them both to grow more. So I liked that. I appreciated that. There were some situations that I didn't anticipate, but most of it was just like a predictable storyline. But I did enjoy it. It was a cute read. It was 3 stars for me. If you like contemporary, you will probably like this story. Like, it was cute, and I might in the future pick up more books by Lauren Morrill. Not necessarily buying them, but I would probably borrow them from the library maybe if I didn't have any other books to read, so I guess I'll probably never read another one of her books. Those were the 4 books that I read in February. Again, I didn't have a huge reading month. I was busy. Yesterday was my husband's birthday. He turned 28 on the 28th, so it was like his champagne birthday. It's a cat. So I was busy planning his birthday, and so that was good. I am currently reading Tolstoy and the Purple Chair by Nina Sankovich. I have like 2 chapters left. I was too dead tired yesterday to try to finish it, so whatever, I didn't care. So I am reading that. I'm still reading Red Rising. I am reading Never Fade. I am reading I Am Radar by Reef Larson. I also intend to read Of Neptune this month. I am reading that with Sam from Thoughts on Tomes, and we are excited to finish this series. I don't know when we're starting yet. She has been having lots of fun this weekend, I think, with her convention that she's at, a Polycon, maybe? I don't remember, but I hope you had fun, Sam. And so once she's settled down from all of that craziness and she's ready to start, then we'll start, because I'm ready to read it anytime. Other books that I'm hoping to pick up: All the Light We Cannot See, The Martian, Ready Player One. Totally depends on what mood I'm in. Maybe if I'm still in my contemporary mood, I'll pick up Amy and Roger's Epic Detour. Also, I'm really enjoying Tolstoy and the Purple Chair. It's a book about books, and so I have a couple more books about books, and so I might pick those up as well. We will see. I read totally based on my mood. That's why I don't do TBRs, because I read whatever I want. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time with another video. Goodbye. Stop looking at the book. Look at the camera, Felicia. Look at the camera. Stop looking at the book.